Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a look at a big, long and incredible desirable staff that Albedo had gotten her hands on. But before we're going to take a look at this, let's take a look at my Patreons and thank them for supporting this channel. And another thanks goes out to all users of the YouTube thanks function who made one-time donations. Also, I recently uploaded a brand new 15-minute long video on how a realistic orc army would work on my second channel, where I will upload videos at least one time every month. So check it out, you will find a link to it in the description. Now with that said, let's take a look at this item. And for how casual Albedo wears it, it could be perceived as just another piece of her outfit, as a fancy scepter. Something to highlight her authority as the de facto Prime Minister and Floor Guardian Overseer of the Great Tomb of Nezarec, as the second in command, so to say. But it is so much more than that, for this right here is a world-class item known as Ginnungagap Gap, the Cliff of Cliffs, the primordial void from Nordic mythology, and as you probably have already noticed by now, precisely this mythology has inspired so many parts of Yggdrasil Online, the video game world Einsolgon originally hails from, including its very name, and Ginnungagap Gap is presented as a staff holding an absolute void within its sphere at the top. And this 45 cm long world-class item was originally handed to Albedo before she even came to the new world. Because unbeknown to Ainz, Tabuda Smaragdina, another guild member and supreme being of Nezarec, has handed this world-class item to Albedo, which, together with her sisters, were originally created by this OP Squidward. And this was something that normally no single one of the supreme beings should have been able to do, not even the Guildmaster Momonga. Since all locations of world-class items were always determined by a simple majority vote of the entire guild. But in spite of this clear breach of guild rule, Einsolgon, who at this point, the point of discovery, was already alone for a long time, chooses to forgive Tabuda Smaragdina for this transgression. And personally, I think there's some cryptic message behind, or rather about handing out what amounts to the highest form of a void to Albedo, the very creation of Tabuda Smaragdina, right before this guy has left the guild for good. And it could also become an extreme danger to Nezarec as well. And the reason I say this is because Albedo cannot entirely be trusted. Simply speaking, she rejects the other supreme beings, including her own creator and the very name Einsolgon, which was originally the name of the entire guild, but now it is also the name of Momonga, and Albedo, who is madly in love with Momonga and Momonga alone, therefore rejects everything about the guild. She wants Ainz, or rather Momonga, for himself, and this is also quite important, due to the sheer emotional attachment Einsolgon has to his friends. This could also be easily used and turned against Einsolgon as a weakness to be exploited, even by mere outsiders, such as the worker team of Foresight. Therefore, any of his old friends could emotionally manipulate Ainz, and if the other supreme beings so desire, kill him off easily and take over for themselves. This is also likely why Albedo has turned what normally would just be a simple search and rescue team into a kill squad, a secret black ops unit made up of the strongest beings the entire tomb has at its disposal. But with Ginnungagap Gap, Albedo is not only a danger to the other supreme beings of Nezarec, but also to the Great Tomb of Nezarec itself, because this world-class item is also literally the most effective world item against any structure. AKA, it could damage buildings in general, and the guild in particular, with unparalleled might. So it is a very dangerous item indeed, if Albedo would ever turn it against Nezarec itself. But the reason for why Albedo's now carrying it openly around with herself, even though she is at a diplomatic mission to the Kingdom of Re-Esitize, and even though Ainz is now in charge of all world-class items and their locations anyway, is the very fact that this is a mandatory thing now. All floor guardians, and of course Albedo as the overseer, are now mandated to carry world-class items with them around all the time, ever since Shelty had been attacked and mind-controlled by Downfall of Castle and Country, the world item the Theocracy owns. And world items cancel the effect of other world-class items, and of wild magic. Or shall I say, other wild magic effects and attacks. Something that now that Volume 14 will also be crammed into the 4th season should be remembered well. And that's exactly where the spoilers will start for Ainz Ul Gown in the 14th novel, which is again in all likelihood going to be animated together with the 10th and 11th light novel in the span of just 12 episodes, aka at the end of Season 4, which is quite ambitious to put it mildly, will fight Platinum Dragonlord's armor. And when I'm saying Ainz Ul Gown, I'm of course talking about Pandora's Actor, who has been introduced already to be Ainz Ul Gown's stand-in at the start of Season 4, or Book 10, and during the battle against Platinum's armor, or Riku, as Platinum has called himself for some non-Final Fantasy related reason, Albedo, after fighting the, as of yet, at least in the anime, unintroduced uncle of Lachius in his armor of reinforcement. Albedo will eventually abandon this fight against the armor and join the fight against Platinum Dragonlord by bursting right through Platinum Dragonlord's world-separating barrier that he has created with wild magic, something that Ainz Ul Gown, or rather Pandora's Actor, had been unable to breach with any teleportation or any other magic. And then Albedo will quite literally catapult him into basically the upper atmosphere of the planet after nailing him into the ground. And this is quite important, because it shows that world items are definitely more than just normal Yggdrasil items and connected to wild magic, the native form of magic in the new world. And while Ginun Gegeb is normally just a spear-tipped staff, this world item can also change form. Although in the form of Albedo's Berdish, it is not as powerful as a fully maxed out divine class item. But still, it's a really great weapon and item, and as you can see now, there are so many things coming together in just a short span of 12 episodes. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and furthermore, I also hope that the battle between Platinum and Pandora's Actor will be as spectacular as it has been described in the Volume 14th. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Badger Yi, Ben C, Chrissy, Crowley0221, Sia, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Duckwagon, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, Chromius, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Normal Toad, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Personage, Primus 11, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Staris, Tad, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, The Shorkai, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.